Well, hello everybody. How are you all doing? Earlier today I watched this video. It popped up on my feed. Do you guys follow that guy, Alpha.M on YouTube? Sometimes I don't really follow him, but it shows me his videos. Sometimes he has like tips on how to dress as a man, how to act, how to carry yourself. But really don't like this guy's kind of persona. He's kind of like annoying. But I watched this video that said, "What do I believe?" And in the thumbnail it said God question mark God. So I was like, okay, let's see what this guy believes. And he said he might delete this video soon because of what he says. It's kind of clickbaity. And so I watched it and I was like, oh my goodness. I can't believe these people are out there. And he basically just said, if you're a good person, and he mentioned that he has friends that are a lot of faiths, but he doesn't particularly care about one or another or get close to one or another. And he says if you're just a good person, and he doesn't really know, but he ended the video with saying, if you're a good person, it should work. It should be okay. That's the... And how does that work with, hey, I delivered every car in the trailer except one? Well, then you're not a car hauler. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to deliver all the cars that are in your car trailer. You know what I mean? Or like, for example, you brush all your teeth except one, right? Or you take care of all your cars except one. Or you take care of all your children except one. Or you how should I say? Let's say someone killed a person, but they let all the others live. You know, that doesn't make you free from doing bad stuff, right? You do one bad thing, one sin, and you're guilty. You know what I mean? In the court of law, right? If someone gets on trial for murder, right? Like that guy who sank that Italian ship back in 2012, the Costa Concordia, right? Scatino. What an interesting last name, right? Scatino or Scatino. He went to jail because people died because he messed up. They didn't care how many people lived. You know, nobody cares how many people you saved. They care about how many people you hurt. And what if that's what you're going to be judged against? By the Almighty. On Judgment Day. So, the phone call that he made to the Coast Guard asking for help, and as a result, some people got saved. It still didn't wash out the fact that some people died on his ship and he was the captain, and the guy's still probably in jail. It was his complete irresponsibility that allowed that to happen. So you got some serious issues if you think that. If you think, oh, I delivered one car in my car trailer, but not the rest. Oh, 17 tires are taken care of on my truck, but not all 18. No, what's the DOT gonna say? No, you need all 18 tires to be good condition. You know what I mean? Oh, a couple of the cylinders in the engine are running and the rest, the one or two are not. No, you need all of them to be running. It needs to be a perfect machine. I mean, even to these simple standards of structure that we need to have in our everyday life judges you. It judges you for your lack of reaching your goal, the sin. Sin is defined by missing the mark. Like when you pull an arrow and hit a target, not hitting the target, that's sin with a bow and arrow. So you got to have goals. What's your goal? To win a race, right? You got to win this race. And if you screwed up and didn't check the oil, didn't fuel up the fuel, didn't check the tire pressure, didn't check for problems with the tires, didn't, do all your pre-trick. I mean, imagine an airplane pilot, right? It's like, oh, I did my pre-checklist, my pre-flight checklist. I did all the checklists except 2 or 4 or 1. What kind of pilot is that going to be? Not a good one. Okay, you got to have all the checklists checked off, the entire checklist. I can't believe these people. How do you have a channel? So as a consequence of us being flawed as humans and sometimes screwing up, we need help from the Almighty, and we need to be cleansed from this imperfection that allows us to miss our target, our goal, and miss the mark and sin. You better find out how to do that. And if your faith doesn't teach you how to get right with God, then you better find a new faith. Because you only get one shot. It's going to cost you everything you got. Like that song, If the Truth Be Known, by Newsboys. Yeah, so I was just shocked. So yeah, those are my thoughts tonight. I was like, well, this guy's gonna say something, but he really didn't say anything. He's just kind of playing toward the narrative of what the standards of the internet. You know what I mean? A lot of things you can't really say on this social media because they want you to say a certain thing. Wow, this is getting bumpy. So, am I going somewhere with this? Comment below. Am I right or am I correct? If I corrected this guy, I'll put his video in the description below. You could watch it or not, or just take my word for it. I mean, what a waste of time. The alpha male thing. I mean, the whole alpha male thing comes from the Almighty. He's the ultimate wild being. I mean, either or not, right? If your God is a fool, a loser, someone that needs help from the imagination of evolution, where it automatically creates everything, then that's not the God that created the science, the simple science, and the rules of science that we use in racing to make our cars go faster, and He created us with. That's not that God. It's you either believe that we came from 8 people that survived on a ark built by a guy named Noah, or whatever the legends teach. There's hundreds of legends that teach 8 people survived a worldwide flood. And it took a guy named Noah 100 years to build that ark and save different kinds of animals. You either believe that, or you believe that we came from monkeys and apes, and those guys came from fish, lizards, protoplasm, bacteria. You know, they're two wild things to believe in. You got to believe in one of them. You know, subconsciously, we're programmed to believe in the apes thing, and I don't think that's correct. There's got to be a better answer than that. There's got to be, you know, my friend Serge, the wealthy guy, he says, we are not of this world. We're probably put here by an alien. And I was like, exactly. The creator said, hey, let me put this guy here named Adam and create a hot wife for him named Eve. And then they went one way. They did a lot of incorrect things, and then there had to be a guy named Noah to build an ark and make a second chance. Teach everyone a lesson. Leave all this evidence of a flood. Like, hey, wake up. This is what your ancestors did, and some of the things that they did that are correct, that are incorrect, and how and what you should believe. So yeah, comment below. What do you believe? What do you believe? I mean, but only comment smart stuff. I've seen some of these comments lately. I've read some of them since I posted a couple Kent Hovind videos and being at the Dinosaur Adventureland. I really don't want to entertain anybody that is just, that doesn't even know how to drive stick shift, for example, or the 4 strokes of a 4-stroke engine. You know, like my friend Serge said, we were put here by an alien. Yeah. I'm not sure I'd use that word, but we're not of this world, and some wild, intelligent being put us here. I mean, how could evolution put together? How could it put together emotions? You know what I mean? A computer cannot draw a 57 Chevy Bel Air. It just cannot. It has to be done by the human hand and mind. So that's how the world is made. It looks so beautiful. It can't be made by itself. It's got to be made by some interesting, creative, beautiful being, the creator. So yeah, just some late night thoughts while on the road. Gotta jog in a couple more miles. And yeah, get it there. What else could I talk about that happened recently today? Or that was pretty cool earlier today at the airport, picking up the 2 challenge cars. I'll put that in a video later as well. And yeah, Lockheed Martin stock, man, anybody seen that? Lockheed Martin stock has been going down for the last 5 days, and it might have leveled off today. LMT, I sold a couple of the Ferrari stock race the other day because it was kind of at a extreme high, and I was like, maybe time for it to go down. But Lockheed Martin's been strangely going down, so it might be turning around, going back up. So time to park your currency in that. But also Ford is kind of at the low end of the trading range. And what else? CARR, Carrier Reefer, it's kind of been oddly going down too. So might be discounted soon. But Alcoa AA, it's been kind of up there, waiting for it to go down too. Look for these discount deals. Boy, these roads are kind of throwing you around here. So yeah, do you all trade stock? You should, just to kind of keep an eye on things on the market, to kind of know what's going on. It's a good way to have a perspective